sweep, which is nice. It's their first ever trip to the NBA Finals, which is obviously far more than that. Stephen A., how about the Nuggets?
Special team, special superstar Nikola Jokic, no doubt about that. When he seems to be doing nothing, he walks away with triple doubles. And they got us. Those two have the ingredients that it takes to deliver the trophy. Of course, Kentavious Caldwell-Pope can do his thing. Aaron Gordon was effective in this game. Michael Porter Jr. can hit some shots. Bruce Brown could come off the bench and do some things. But it starts and ends with Jokic and Murray. If they play the way they're capable of playing, Denver's going to win the championship. If they don't, they won't.
You know, the playoffs started with people outside of basketball fanatics not really knowing about a few teams. Most notably, in whatever order you want to take them, Sacramento and Denver. And people just had not watched them, not paid close. The Avalanche win. We've seen the Broncos win. It's not unprecedented that Colorado, you know, comes forward and wins a championship. The Nuggets still have a chance to sort of change a lot of perceptions about them, about the region they play in, about who should be watching them. So it's going to be fun going forward.
And the Joker established that he's no fluke and he's the best player in basketball. And everybody need to recognize he can do it all. He can post. He makes people around him better. He rebounds. He's very intelligent, learning how to feed the hot guy. Oh, Caldwell-Pope made one. Let me look for him. Michael Porter Jr., let me find him. Aaron Gordon on the cut, let me find him. And that's what he did, because a lot of people felt he wouldn't win his third straight MVP because maybe it was voter fatigue. I could tell he took that personal. And this is a clinic of how to build around a superstar and add pieces that accentuate his weaknesses, but also highlight his greatness.
They were the best team in the West basically the entirety of the season. They were at the top of the conference from Christmas on, and now they will represent the conference in the NBA Finals.
Anytime you're in company with him, it's something. Twice this postseason, Jokic has said, the best player on the Nuggets is not me. It's Jamal Murray because of his offense. But here's Murray on the defensive play he made to put the Nuggets in the NBA Finals.
Yeah, I mean, it's incredible. It's a lot of fun. It's surreal. Thank you. You know, we're going to keep making history. That's the thing. You want to keep that mindset and enjoy the moment. But we got more work to do, you know, so that's the mindset right now.
On the back in the black.
Jamal, what were some of the things that you guys tried to do with LeBron? You know, this was one of the games where he just kind of had that kind of impactful force that he just kind of historically has. What did you guys say what was the dialogue between yourselves, you know, just as the game was going on in terms of just trying to weather that kind of storm?
I mean, the first half was great for him, and then you know, he started finding everybody in the second half. You know, he found shooters being aggressive. Reeves made a couple big shots. So, you know, they kept the pressure on us with not just guarding Brown, but having to guard everybody in action. Yeah, we know that they're going to come out aggressive, though. It's less about that and more about us weathering the storm and staying with each other. You know, we're down 15.5, and then we came in the third quarter ready to play and ready to take the lead, I think. So it was just a great team effort all around. Everybody came in and stepped up.
Blue suit and back on the right.
Hey, Jamal, going back to start the series, LeBron had been trying to seek you out on those switches and trying to just, you know, manipulate the game that way. Did you have a feeling that that was going to be the play that they tried to run on the last play? Were you kind of prepared for that?
We didn't know what the last play was going to be. In the first game, I was in foul trouble. It's tough to guard LeBron with foul trouble. So, yeah, we switched. You know, we mixed it up during the series, showing and switching. And then at the end of the play, I just saw AG was a little late, and I just kind of remember that play in Indiana or against Indiana when he went in for the left-hand layup. So I was always going to let him have a good angle, at least give AG the time to get back and get a contest.
A lot of conversation.
Check this out. Most 25-point games in a single postseason in Nuggets history. There's many people that'll tell you the best player in Nuggets history is Dan Issel. He's not even on the list. He's obviously been passed by Melo, Alex English, and they've all been passed by Nikola Jokic and his teammate Jamal Murray, who are both in the prime of their careers.
But that definitely wasn't, you know, the end goal for us. Don't really do, you know, moral victories or anything like that. You know, we play to win championships. obviously came up short. Right there on the fence. So it's tough, but that's something. As the days go on, weeks go on, you kind of think about it and kind of talk about it from there.
Dan?
Eddie, LeBron told us that you and him talked about how you thought Denver was maybe the best team you guys have faced since you joined up. What does this group need to do to get to that level? Is it continuity? Is it more of a system? What do you think?
Well,
understanding that who knows what this group could
exactly.
potentially look like.
That's what I was going to say. We don't know what our group is going to look like. I think a lot of our guys are free agents, so who knows? It's a tough question. We don't know what team we have next year, but whatever it is, whoever we have, coming into training camp with a mindset of building that chemistry, building that foundation, me and Ron setting the tone and trying to get to, back here and further. I think we're more than capable of doing so. We just got to do it.
Did, understanding that, like you said, you guys don't do moral victories, did this season reset any of the realism of your guys' championship window for you and LeBron as a duo after, a first-round exit and an empty season last year?
No, I mean, we still, believe, obviously. Obviously, it's always a window. You don't have too many times where, you compete for championships. I mean, he's lucky he won 8 times in a row in the East. I have to do a better job of helping him out in that regard. For myself, my own, self looking into the mirror. But we know the window is always small, and I mean, obviously he's not getting any younger. That's why this was so important, to both of us. And it hurts that we didn't get it done. But, we regroup, figure out ways we can be better, figure out ways I can be better, more consistent for our ball club. And, we come back next year, ready to go.
Jovan?
This was a Lakers team that had been perfect at home before, at least in these playoffs, before this series. They'd also won 23 straight playoff games when they had at least a 15-point lead at any point in the game. They led this game 73-58. Quick math, that's 15.
Game 4, you close it out on the road, and you realize you made Nuggets history, first trip to the NBA Finals. What are you thinking?
No, it's just. I think it's just like you happy that you won again. You beat really good team. When you think about, except the first game, every game was so close, and every team could won it, and we just find a way to win the game. Especially we were down 15, and to come back and win the game. It was just probably happiness. I think that's the emotions.
Standing in the back home.
Nikola, you had talked the other day about saying you weren't scared, but you were worried about LeBron James being on the other side. What were you thinking as LeBron had that monster first half, monster game? And also, what did it mean to you to win Western Conference Finals MVP? What does that feel like compared to winning your 2 MVPs?
I mean, just because, we know what is LeBron capable, and he showed us what he's capable in the first half. He was just dominating the game, but we found a way that make him take tough shots or just not easy layups or just not open shots in the second half. I think he was 11 for 13 in the first half, right? And then he was 3 for 12 in the second, so I think we did a good job in the second half. But to be honest, this is just I don't know. I don't think about MVPs anymore, and I think it's people are just mean and saying that Embiid shouldn't want it. I think he should want it. I think he was playing. If you watch it, extremely tough basketball through whole season, and I don't want to say playoff doesn't mean in that, but he was really amazing in 82 games or how many games he played.
The left over here.
Nikola, I know you still have work to do, but who are you most proud of, most happy for in this moment?
Phew, I don't know. You know, I'm gonna say Jamal, just because he was like you said, he was injured. He was getting through tough period. He thought they're gonna trade him, and then the way how he's leading us and how he's controlling the game and making shots, playing like even last year, this year as last year, is he's playing really well. You know, so I think I'm so happy for Jamal just to proving that he's worth and he's a special player in this league.
This is the essence of Jokic. They asked him about winning the conference finals MVP. He talked about Joel Embiid, LeBron James, and Jamal Murray.
Yep.